All right, we just gonna go ahead and get it started.
Baseline!
Episode 181. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother Man.
P Original, baby. Welcome
That's
back,
it,
y'all.
that's
Welcome
it.
back, y'all.
Welcome back. This is episode 181, and we calling this one Classes in Session.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we say each and every week, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. For those who are watching this live, please do us one favor. Please share this. For those who see it in the repeat, please share this. After that,
Do what you like. I
I like it. I like how you do it. I like how you do it. I like how you do it. Yep. So
Right.
here we are. Like
Talk
you
to
said,
him,
man. Hey, man, I'm just glad to be back, y'all. Once again, like I said in the little bit of a story I had earlier, man, like the NFL, man, your boys are back.
Yeah, we
Your
back.
boys are back, man.
I said the boys are back in town.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
After a 2-week hiatus, you know what I mean? Things going on in our life, believe it or not, we do leave the porch from time to time.
Yeah.
So we had to come off the porch for a minute and,
Always.
get some things as we say each and every day, taken care of and in order and just get a little R&R, reset. Right. Now we back. And we just glad to be able to be here. It's been a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. And, we thankful about it. You know what I mean? Life is good. Just chilling and shit, You know what I mean? Getting myself together. You
sure?
Know? Yeah.
That's great.
That's crazy because the weather changed. You got on shorts and T-shirt. I got on a hoodie and jeans. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Just in different places in our lives. Yeah. That's all. You know what I mean? I'm still in summer mode and you ready to go into the fall. It's that Libra in you that's pulling you to try to help and get you the next month. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. Okay. Take your time. You know what I mean? I'm just, enjoying the last little bit of this little warmth. I finally cut the AC off in that.
Yeah, mine's still on.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I would have preferred that, but apparently my wife went from having a conversation of suggestion to said, I'm just going to try him.
So just go ahead.
I'm just going to go and try him. I'm going to cut it off. And what gave it away is you look up and you go, okay, window's cracked.
Yeah.
Cracked window means that the air's off.
It
you know what I mean? Got to be off. We ain't doing it no other way.
It's no other way.
Absolutely.
There's no other way to believe that. If the window's open,
right?
Nobody's cooking right now.
Right.
There's no smoke going out.
Right.
Yeah. Then the air's off.
Now you got a great point. That's what it is. All right, so what you been up to, man? These last
chilling
2 weeks, man.
Chilling.
Really?
Chilling. I don't think
I don't know if you know how to.
Nah,
chill.
you know what?
I don't know if you know how to chill. Me and you clearly have two different concepts of chilling.
Yeah, I was chilling.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a gig the first Monday.
Okay.
Shout out to Dress for Success.
Absolutely.
Princeton chapter, clap it up for them. Hit the wrong button. I ain't laughing at you. I'm rocking with you.
Right.
I know. Shout out to Melissa.
Thumb don't lie.
And Eileen. Yeah, they always good to see them there.
Okay.
Shout out Sister Mill was there. She was there with well, she wasn't serving drinks. She was there in a different capacity.
That's cool. Good. Got a chance to enjoy it.
Yeah. She was working, but she just wasn't serving drinks. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was cool. All the sponsors that was there and involved. Nothing but cakes. Forgot the pizza shop that was there. Yeah, but anyway, I did that, and I think since after that I had. The weekend before that, I was at a Change Church, and we was, it was pretty much
Change
Church.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there, and they had giving back, the book bags and stuff for the kids and all that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something nice for the community.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So, and then the next weekend I chilled, man. It's Labor Day weekend. Took the whole weekend off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, shout out before I go. Shout out to my birthday baby Saturday. You know, my oldest turned 19. Shout
Absolutely.
out to her.
Happy
Scoring the
born
clap.
day, Nisi.
Yeah, clap it up for her. Happy birthday, Nene. You know, that's
That's a
all I
beautiful
was doing.
thing.
I was just watching. I know one thing I did:
What's that?
football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you said, man, the last 2 weeks, I think it's been building up for, back to school, back to the NFL.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on. Like you, I enjoyed my first football weekend.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we was on. We watched the game together. Wasn't even watching. Wasn't even in the same house.
Yeah. We took the porch to the phone.
Yeah.
Which was smooth. You know what I mean? Shout out to my beloved Eagles. We went on ahead to Brazil and
Clap it up.
got an international win.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to my Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's
Got
balling.
got the dub. Got the dub. You know what I mean? And it's a lot. A lot of football to go. I'm psyched up about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But before we get too much deeper into what we were psyched up about and all that, E, do you have a quote of the day for me?
Quote of the day. The quieter you become,
Right.
the more you can hear. Once again,
Okay.
the quieter you become,
Right.
the more you can hear.
Okay.
Author unknown. Clap it up for them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this, man. As the old cliches goes, we can sing together, but we can't all talk together.
Right.
And so when you trying to acquire things, you have to be in the receiving mode. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be in the receiving mode.
Yeah.
So if somebody's, you trying to learn something different, you can't talk with the teacher.
Nah.
You know what I mean? There's a reason why in certain situations you the student and someone else the teacher, and we all get a turn to play different roles.
Yeah.
So I agree with that in terms of, basically, sometimes you just got to close your mouth. Close your mouth, and then, you'll hear it. A lot of times people say, I miss when you said that. Yeah, because you was talking when I was talking.
Okay.
So we can't, you couldn't catch what I was throwing at you. Pause. Because of the fact.
Hey! No, we can't let that one go past. Catch what I was throwing at you.
Can't let it go past?
Yeah.
Oh, so if I catch what I'm throwing and you saying that you can't let it go past.
No, I can't let you get that off.
You can't.
That's not even on. You're trying to reach.
I'm not reaching for anything.
I'm gonna be quiet because you're
talking. Yeah.
I'm repeating what you. Come on, baby.
Go ahead. You repeat what I said.
Yeah, we can't.
And then you say what you said.
We can't let that one go past.
Say what I said and then say what you said.
I know what you're saying, but we can't let that pause go past. Come on, man. That's a good try.
I said pause before I said what I said.
I'm proud of you too.
When I said, you said what you said, it didn't say
and it
pause.
really wasn't that bad.
You
just said catch what I'm throwing at you.
It ain't never that bad, man.
No, what you said. Catch what I'm throwing at you. Really, what you throwing?
Yeah.
You throwing some knowledge. You ain't really say nothing bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah. It was getting there.
Yeah, but it didn't.
It could have been potentially an issue, but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. No. So I agree with the whole quote of the day. You know what I mean? Basically, man. We spend way too much time, talking versus listening.
Right.
And then and then to add to that, there's a difference between listening and actively listening.
Right.
And I think that when you just listen, it can sound like Charlie Brown teacher.
Wow.
Exactly. But when you're actively listening,
well, how did they have a
it's
teacher
different.
doing that every time? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I used to say too.
Yeah. I wondered when I was a kid. I understand now. You know what I mean? It's like they wanted to make it, more about whatever the kids was talking about.
Yeah, that's stupid though.
Yeah, because don't nobody teaching never really sound like that.
Wow.
If so, it's not. The teacher don't have an issue. There's something wrong with your hearing.
Yeah, they're in special ed.
Wasn't going to do it. Wasn't going to do it. Wasn't going to do it. But since you want to talk about the classes in session, episode number 181, classes in session. That's what we at.
That's it. That's
okay.
It.
So,
yes, sir.
Another thing that took place, man. A lot of pictures. I seen on Facebook, Instagram. With everybody getting ready to go back to school and all that. You know what I mean? Got the son out, got the daughter out. You know what I mean? Big year for my sophomore. All of that. Senior year. Bring me to a tear. They was rhyming and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. But with us being back in school, not us, but the kids being back in school.
Parents.
We got to talk about this. Parents who are watching this right now, you know, I mean, I don't know how you feel. Are you happy? And I know this probably varies between, like, if this is little boo-boos, you know, first day in pre-K, you might be a little emotional, a little sad. Or a little boo-boo could be raised in hell, and you just glad that it's time for them to go to, I don't know. So what I'm going to say is this, you know, I look beyond the pictures. I look beyond the pictures, man. And I see some smiles on faces, and they look nice. But I see some smiles on some faces that look like just as soon as the bus leaves, you're going to be late.
Yeah.
You're going to be late. As a matter of fact, did you take the day?
Yeah.
You just should have.
Yeah.
Because when that bus break that corner and I know little Stank is on there and they on their way to school, it's going to be another class in session.
Yeah.
My question to you, because I know you've seen a lot of the same pictures and stuff that I did.
Yeah.
As a parent, what do you think that you would feel? Because I don't know if you're feeling either one of those two things, but what do you think that you're most likely to feel about, you know, they back in school? How do you feel about it? Are you more, yes, they're back in school?
Yes.
Or are you more, yeah, they back in school?
Yes, they're back in school, the first one.
First one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Old E was the second one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you old E now.
Nah, the older version of me. Not the, you're looking at it wrong. In the past, E was different.
That's different than older E.
No, I said old E, like meaning my old self.
All right, so what would you call future you?
The best E.
So you wouldn't call the you that's to come that would get older, you wouldn't call him old E?
Nah.
Call him future E?
Call him best E.
Call him best E. And the younger was old E.
Yeah. Because I'm not talking about age. I'm just talking about the past. You know what I mean? These sneakers I have on, they're old. Because I've been had them. Okay. But they're getting aged now. I know what you're going with. I'm just telling you how I would say it.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm just telling you, man.
I'm just saying, E, the one thing about
EQ, what's up, brother?
EQ, peace. Only thing I'm going to do is I'll give you your words back. Your exact words.
Yeah.
My interpretation is my interpretation. But the words, all I'm doing is repeating them back to you.
Yeah, I know. And I said, I don't mean old in age. Okay. I said that.
Yeah, as y'all can see, we miss each other.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
Miss each other.
P,
So
P trying to pick up shit he throwing at you. You know what I mean? You know.
He gonna make sure he ain't gonna let it go past.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Hey, man.
It is what it is, man. We back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be back around him, man. You know what I mean? You know, my thing is this. I seen a lot going on in the world right now. And one of the things that I know I'm happy to see about you, bro, is that, you know, you look good. You look like everything working out. Look like it worked. You know, I wasn't going to mention why E's been gone for 2 weeks.
We've been gone for 2 weeks? Where you going with it?
I'm not going to mention where E really was at. You know what I'm saying?
I told you where I was. You didn't tell us where you was at. I told you where I was at.
Well, the world know I don't go nowhere.
Do they know that? You said in the beginning of the show. Hold on, I'm going to give you back your words now.
Give me back my words.
Sometimes we do leave off the porch. You said that.
Mm-hmm.
So they know you always at the crib?
Well, yeah, I had to come visit you.
P, they see you outside every day. What do you mean?
They see the same trees I walk by and the same.
You left
blocks.
the crib, P.
Yeah, they see. I know.
See, I don't know where you're going at with it, where I've been at for 2 weeks. I told you I was at Change Church.
Yeah.
Dressed for success.
You did say that.
And then I was chilling for Labor Day.
You did say that.
That's what I said.
You did say that.
Whew, this guy here.
It's crazy. I think that you got, you know, I think you got it a little bit loose as far as your story. I think it's a little loose. Kind of like Dame's dentures, whatever that was. I don't know. I mean, since we're talking about different things, let's go ahead and, you know, make sure that we talk. Look, man.
How do your teeth fall out your mouth when you talking live, man? I look up to Dame Dash, too, man. I look up to him. I knew he ain't had none. Because you can hear, listen, when a nigga teeth missing, you can hear how they sound, man. He's like, why not we open it up on our own network?
Yeah.
You know, what's his name? American New.
American New, yeah.
You know what I mean? And we drop money, set you a boss. When you hear people talk like that,
how did you do that? You was able to... voice is a little.
Yeah, most people ain't got their teeth missed. They got a lisp. Since you a boss, you know what I mean? That's how it go. You know? I mean, Mo Black, peace, brother.
Peace, brother. Mo Black, what's happening? What's happening?
You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, my thing was when he was talking, and he went and it went off camera.
Yeah, he said, "Oh my God, that shit." He said, "Oh my God, like my shit fell off on live, bitch. They ain't gonna let me. I'm Dave Dash, bitch. They ain't gonna let this live."
I mean, the worst person that you could be having a comeback conversation with is 50, and you lose your fronts.
You see what 50 did, right? His comeback, right?
Nah.
He ain't say nothing. He just was sitting there reading the newspaper and it fell out. It was like one of them videos where it be, you know how the dudes come in the room and they look and it be all old videos. Yeah. So it was that, and it was a hurricane, and it had Hurricane Chris in the little podcast. He was just like reading the newspaper like that. Then at the end, he smacked on the front of the screen and promoted his book he just got put out.
Oh, yeah.
But he can't say nothing to me.
Here's the craziest thing about it. Everything Dane was saying, because it was another one where he didn't come out, but he was talking. It was a different one we had seen.
Yeah.
The craziest thing about it is that's what life does for you. Yeah. Right? Like we talking about classes and sessions, because you're always learning something, right? Like we say all the time. We're constantly students. Right. You know what I mean? With that being understood, here it is he's making a point. Yeah. So like, yo, man, like basically if you want to, really, I ain't got no money, I got American New, you got your new joint with 50 Action, right? Yeah. You got 50 Action, and in the middle of it, clinker blank. They fell in the cup or wherever they fell.
Well, that first video was recorded this live. He was talking, and where he fucked up at is he tried to sip the juice with the denture.
Oh, they got in there and loosened him up. Yeah. Wasn't no effort in it.
That nerve, that coldness hit that nerve, bitch.
What's that, the unlock? Huh? That's an unlock button or something like that?
I don't know, man, but, what's going on with Harlem?
He said they're not dentures. What's
going on with Harlem, man?
What's up with Harlem?
Him and Santana.
Yeah, I don't know. Polygrip, Effident.
Penny Candy?
Was it? No.
Well,
you could.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it with you working, you know what I'm saying? But you could.
What made him need it?
I mean, bruh, I'm assuming, when you live, if you live what you promote, and that ain't no shade, but, listen, E, what's the odds of everybody eating enough peppermint balls for their teeth to get, weak and all that, they don't brush? Like, what's the odds of that? I don't know what happened to them guys. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I do know that when you talk a certain type of way, you might want to make sure everything is going to stay where it needs to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's my thing. Like, bro, if that happened, you seen a guy that you work with that don't talk crazy or nothing, and it just happened.
Didn't have to go live.
He went live. No, everything went live, though.
Yeah.
It was like, since we going to act unfiltered and uncut, the front just said, I'm going on break. I didn't sign up for this. Now, you want to talk crazy to 50 about new channels, and your joints get loose. That's not regular, man. That's not regular. Now, I did see another guy on another show that said something about, look, if I was him, at this point,
right,
I would just do a whole little live without him in.
Yeah.
Listen, man, let's get it out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only awkward because I didn't show y'all myself. Yeah. It's awkward because of the fact that you seen how, but like, ain't nobody crazy though.
But ain't nobody. I have to say, we knew. Yeah. You can hear it in his tone of voice. He didn't always used to sound like that.
Yeah, like no, you're right, Mo Black. Yeah, Dane was embarrassed. But like I said, I think that it's when you, like, bruh, when you talk cocky in anything in life, I don't care what it is. That's it. You can take it to the sex game. Jokers be in the bed talking like they built like a certain type of way. And then when it popped, the first thing that a woman to do is turn around and be like, it wasn't all like that. It's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking crazy to 50 because you're talking about money,
sometimes they
and your teeth fall out.
They want that donkey punch. That's what that is.
I mean, first time, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Would you do that?
Nah, you might kill a bitch.
You want to tell somebody? You want to explain what a donkey punch is?
You punch them in the back of their head, right.
Why you doing what?
Why you smashing?
Who came up with that?
Yeah. Urban Dictionary.
No. I mean, literally, like, was what popped in your mind in the middle of a situation like that?
I hear about it, but who's really practicing it? Have you ever seen it on the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, you wild. Bitch, I ain't never seen no donkey punch. You watching, which ones you was watching?
Well, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I didn't know what it was called. Yeah. I thought the brother was upset. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like that. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, a lot of this stuff that we talking about, man, you know, we're not weird because we've seen these things. You're weird, in my opinion, if you participate. Like, you know, it's hard. Like, I'm not gonna say it's difficult to be a weird spectator. No. But if you see something for the first time, think about this. If you saw something,
in session, so when you learn it, you want to know what something
you want to see what's going on.
Research
right?
it.
Exactly.
But you're weird when you participate.
This is what I'm saying.
Once you know it's weird. So if it's like punch them in the back of the head, and then
like when you sit down,
their neck and smack them in the face,
right? Because you would assume that there's a conversation before the action. I'm gonna sneak you in the middle. What happened? You're not gonna see it coming. You're not gonna tense up or anything. And you do it. Like, the conversation is already a difficult situation.
I don't know nobody. Right. You punch them in the back of their head, I don't give a fuck what's going on. They do. And they cool with it.
For you to know about it, here's the thing, though. Yeah. For you to know about it.
You got to do
right?
It.
And you not get stole back. There was a conversation. Or it has happened before.
Why would you want to do it?
I don't know. These people got this thing with pain and pleasure.
Listen.
I don't know.
If I get it, but if you doing that and you punch the back of the head. Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And they went with it at that time. Yeah. You comfortable enough to go to sleep next to him, man?
That's what I'm saying.
Lorena Bobbitt. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Like, yeah.
Shit.
I mean, it ain't that. All of that. It's going to be scary and everything.
And all
everything. But my thing is like, I ain't trying to make it weird that other people like what they like. Fetishes are what they are. You know what I mean? It's wild how we got on this after back to school. I don't even quite remember how we got here. So the NFL is back.
Yeah, that's it. The NFL is, you know. How did we get there? Let's regroup real quick. You know what I mean? We talk about, you know. Yeah,
trying to figure it out.
Wasn't it? We were talking about Dame teeth fell out.
Talking about Dame's teeth falling out.
Yeah.
You said something about a donkey punch.
Yeah, but how did we get to the donkey punch?
I don't know. Oh, I do remember.
Oh, okay.
This is crazy. This is crazy. My bad, Joe.
You're on the porch.
We switched it up, and I said, even from a sexual perspective, you got a guy who may talk a certain type of game, but then when they get in there, and then the woman to say what she say if he doesn't perform a certain type of way. Yeah. You know, that kind of situation.
And somehow I said donkey punch.
Yeah, I mean, in alignment with, you know, I guess teeth falling out in the middle of, like, so because that, now, let's say this, though.
It ain't go like that.
You might wind up with him after the donkey punch. I can understand that connection now, eh?
Yeah.
There you go.
But that ain't what we said.
That is. That's what we.
That's
what we said.
They was watching the same shit we was watching.
Right. We missed y'all, man.
Before we go further, man, I just want to talk to y'all about. Listen, if you are trying to plan an event, non-donkey punching event, you know what I mean, and you need help, I don't care what kind of event, we stand away for the free book, please have your teeth. But if you are trying to promote an event,
ain't no dental work,
and you don't know what you're doing, and you need help with the planning, with finding the vendors, things of that nature, anything you need, I got a company for you. Pay attention.
Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show.
Front and Center Events.
Yes, sir, for all your event planning needs. Book today. Yeah, man. So I want to say something before we get too much deeper to the conversation about you know, teeth and donkey punches and stuff like that. You know, class being in session, back to school. You know, I am glad to actually see, you know, the kids getting back in school and all that, because I believe that, you know, when the sooner you get them back around, educational things like that, the better.
Right.
There's a lot that's already going on in this world, and there's all types of forms of education. I was about to say, yeah, you can hear it. All types of forms of education that you can get. And the reason why I bring that up is I want to shout out the brother, you know what I'm saying, Omar Akins, man. And I want to shout out his book. You know what I mean? Where we at, bro? Mine?
Yes, sir.
I want to shout out his book, man, Operation Capital City.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
My brother, go ahead.
Shout out to man. I want to bring this up because far too often we have different things that we can be sharing with people that's jewels. Sometimes we don't share them because of the fact that we don't know how it's going to be received. Well, I admire brothers like Brother man, who took his own experiences that he went through in his own life and decided to, put it in some pages so that maybe it could inspire some other people to make, whatever decisions that, they want to make with their lives. So I want to shout out to the book, shout out to Brother man. Once again, you know what I'm saying? You guys you get a chance, make sure you pick up a copy, man. Once again, man, there's nothing like getting every form of education that you could possibly get. So shout out to this brother for taking the time to put it in a book, someplace that we need to be encouraging more people to visit on a regular basis. Shout out to you, brother. Nothing but success, man. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yep.
So
we gonna get with him soon too.
Absolutely, yeah. We looking forward to it. We got some things that we going. I know we've been telling y'all different things. The Porch is always working. No matter what, we're always being creative. Me and E are always thinking about what the next phase, the next chapter looks like. And, there's some people that we definitely want to, make sure that we can get in front of you guys, man, so they can share, some of their wisdom and knowledge like we do on the Porch and, have some more, information for you. So look out for that. I can't tell you exactly when, but just know that it is in the workings. Mm-hmm. My brothers, the ones that we've been talking to, and then others that will develop along the way. But I just want to, once again, shout everybody out who's out there making an effort, man, to, continue to teach, man. Classes in session, like he said, every day, classes in session. Mm-hmm. With that being understood, man, I want to talk about another comeback.
Okay.
Power. Mm-hmm. Power's back.
Power?
Power's back.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Well, I said power. That's what I said. Why
it's back.
You doing all that?
It's back.
What you thought I was talking about?
It's
Powder?
He wanted to say it so bad. That's what's crazy. He wanted to say it so bad. Ghost.
Yeah.
Is back. Just to make it clear so that it's not too close to any words that may excite anybody.
First episode back, which is episode 4, they were titled 406.
Right.
Which is the season 4, episode 6.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
So I think that, once again, it came back on. I like how it picks right back up. Mm-hmm. For those who didn't see it yet, definitely go check it out. But this may be a little bit of a spoiler for you.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about it.
We're definitely going to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that, fast-tracking the situation. Carter's little crew, I think they're in trouble because a few things that then went on and some mishaps. First off, the white lady detective that's part of the crew, mm-hmm. or part of the little, she's violating.
Little thumb out.
Yeah, violating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Definitely went too far than what she did even with Diana.
Yeah.
Then you got the situation of Tate's brother being killed. There's going to be a lot of extra attention that's coming this way now. So I think that, unfortunately, well, I ain't going to say unfortunately because they dirty. We already see that, as far as Carter and the crew with the police. They're making really big mistakes really early.
Right.
And so I think that the tide is going to start to shift really quickly in that situation. Maybe not the next episode.
Well, maybe it will. I mean, we're saying it's early, but you got to realize it's only 4 episodes left.
So that's the truth. So that's probably why they're kind of fast-tracking some of that.
Yeah.
Because you can see it leading to the mishandling is going to, blow the lid off the entire situation.
Yeah.
Monet, because I don't know whether or not after the experience with Diana, if she lost the baby, if the baby's not lost.
Yeah.
I think if she did, it's going to go crazy. It's going to go super ham fast.
Right.
I think that I think it's good. If you're asking me what I think it's good. I think everybody who's still alive and in it right now They're bringing their A game.
Who's gonna die?
In the next episode?
Nah, just before it's
Overall.
over. Who do you see?
I see Kane.
Okay.
I see Kane, unfortunately. But I think it's going to be in a weird, twisted way. Him coming in between Monet is something else. I think it's going to. It's a possibility.
I don't see Kane dying. I see Drew dying.
Drew's, but see, once again, that's so predictable. Like,
Right.
So we looking at it. Everything they do has kind of got a weird twist to it. Like
Right.
Drew not making it out of prison, but getting killed in prison would be the end. You could do that next episode and be done.
I'm not saying in jail.
I'm just saying, no.
Nah.
But like, it would take more to be creative for Kanan. Not Kanan, I'm sorry, Kane.
Yeah.
Or it would be more to be creative if it was Braylon. You know what I mean? Like, it would be
Braden, yeah.
Braden, I mean. You know what I mean? It would be a different situation. Like, I see Kane, because you're seeing the significance in between the relationship with him and his mother. You know what I mean? Like, something leading up to either her or him. It's something weird that's going to happen there in that dynamic, in my opinion.
Do you see a spinoff?
Possibly. I'm not going to tell you. If it was one, it's going to have to be really good. It's got to be really good because at some point or another, it's like when the people that watch a person that's undefeated in boxing, after a while you start looking for them to lose. And I think that if you know what I mean, it's going to be a situation where if there is a spinoff, it got to be real good.
I think we're coming to a close of Power. I think the Power universe is on its way out. I think the last version of it is the Power Origins, which is Tommy and Ghost. I think Ghost is going to narrate some episodes. You know what I mean? Which is the way he returns to the Power universe. And I think once that actually goes to its season finale, I think that's just going to be end of it, because it's already been here for 10 years. And one time, 50 said 20 in an interview, but they probably shooting Power Origins now. So the earliest we will see it, in my opinion, will either be late next year this time or early 2026 for the first season. And when that season comes out, we might have 5-6 seasons of that, which will put you around like 18 years of the whole thing.
Right.
And then it'll be over. I think we're coming towards. I think the Power Origins is the last show. So
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's a.
I think that at some point, to me, it's best for certain things to come to an end.
Oh yeah.
Like we talk about all the time.
It was a hell of a great way they did it. They did it like
Yeah.
only other thing you can compare like that is like Law and Order.
Yeah, but see, like certain things, like
You know what I mean?
like we talk about Law and Order, we talked about like Grey's Anatomy or certain things where it's so much that's going on in real life that it's so connected to the real life it
Right.
can go on forever.
Crime and hospital.
Yeah.
You
It
can
can go on forever.
go on forever.
But I think that after a
Can't
while,
keep being drugged.
yeah, it runs
Yeah,
out. The
it runs
scenario
out.
because all it does is recycle.
Yeah.
And so once it recycles, you're like, okay, I got to learn new characters, but it's the same premise. I'm cool. I'm out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's what I think winds up happening. So yeah, it could be very well, like you said.
I think this is the end of that, and but it's not the end of 50 because he continuously creates.
Well,
things.
no.
You know what I
And
mean?
so the best thing about, to me, when you create different legs of certain things, that's how you, for lack of terms, allow the years to go by like you're talking about. And on top of that, once other actors are discovered, now you have the opportunity for the audience to kind of say, I like him as an actor. I think so. Whatever he's doing now, so if Fifth build another show and he's the primary person in it, now it's already kind of got an audience based on him.
It's going to be a whole lot of shows and things created because he wouldn't have created what he called the G Dome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? G Unit Films is in the
Yeah.
G Dome in Shreveport.
Yeah.
He would have did all this if he wasn't continuously going to be making things. I just
Absolutely.
think Power
Yeah.
is on his way.
speaking of Shreveport, or just speaking of New Orleans, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know me and you was having a discussion off camera
Yeah.
earlier about
Super Bowl this year.
Super Bowl this year being in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And there's been a little bit of discussion. I'm not gonna call it controversy or an issue.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of discussion about the fact of K-Dot being the headliner for the Super Bowl.
Right.
There's been some people who feel a different type of way about it and think that because it's where it is, they should pay homage to a legend in the sense of Lil Wayne, and maybe he should be the headliner. Your thoughts? Just your opinion.
I understand what people are saying. I really do. I think I've seen different things. Shout out to I'm gonna put him out there. Shout out to Ooh, Big Ooh. He stated that he feel like Weezy should be, on their hands down.
Right.
Legend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Weezy is arguably some people's GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at I think it was whatever music site it was, he was like number 5 or 6 of best rapper of all time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then cousin Sheena said, it still should be K-Dot, because everything he's doing, and you look at you also look at Weezy. Like, Weezy ain't got no new music. He is, quote unquote, allegedly working on the Carter 6. You know what I mean? But I get it both ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it both ways. Either way you go, you can't miss.
Which is a win for the fans.
Yeah, you can't.
Which is a win for the fans because there is no bad choice.
But I understand why they're going K-Dot.
Right.
Nobody took the beef as high as he took it.
Mm-hmm.
Just how calculated the man is. Like I said, Juneteenth concert was amazing.
Yep.
And then when he dropped Not Like Us video on the 4th of July, I'm saying even the days he dropped it, it's something behind it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep, there's significance in it.
Yeah, significance in it. So it has to be him, in my opinion. I understand what Oo's saying. You know what I mean? And as an artist myself, and understand that, I get it clearly. But when it gets to this money side and this business side, he's the guy.
Right.
Like, Kendrick always been the guy that he was talking about anyway. But this summer solidified him as when you think of rap, you're going to think of Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
So, the Super Bowl is the biggest stage. Super Bowl, as they used to say, bro, is the unlisted holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how you got a lot of people, bro. I was at work one day in a meeting, and they was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have this meeting. We're getting ready for this big project on we should have it Monday, such and such and such, whatever. It was February something." So everybody looking. I said, "Anybody think everybody cool that day?" And I'm sitting, I'm like, "Nah, not me, man. Nah." I just put my hand up there. Oh, okay. They said, "Okay, Eric, you gonna be off?" I said, "I think a lot of us gonna probably be off. It's the day after the Super Bowl." You know what everybody say? "I'm going out of town. I forgot all about it. We gonna do it the next week."
Yeah.
That's a good catch, Eric. Like that,
Yeah.
Because that's how the NFL is.
Yeah.
So for hip hop right now in this big stage, and what we also had, we was watching the other day. Can't think of the brother's name, but I know he was on Joe Budden's podcast and he was on Mav Hoffa's My Expert Opinion. Right. He was saying that, Kendrick and Drake pretty much this beef saves hip hop. Remember he was talking about Cameron, he always got the fly glasses on. Can't remember my man's name.
Right.
But he's right. We gotta continue to run off this steam.
Yes. Yeah. I think
now Weezy, I still believe is gonna end up on the show.
I think that first off, I get it. My perspective has always been the same thing. I understand that it's a business. You know what I mean? The concept of it being even something in question is because of the fact of where it was.
Right.
Where it is. If it was going to be, let's just say in L.A. or anything, or if it was going to be out west, somebody would have said Weezy was hands down to the problem. Nobody would have said anything.
Yeah.
Not Weezy, I'm sorry, K-Dot.
Yeah.
No one would have said anything.
Uh-huh.
But the fact of where it is, and because of who, Weezy is, it's a conversation.
Right.
Right? Now, people will pay this attention. Not like the situation where 50 did the show and then, Hurricane, felt the way he felt. You know what I mean? And you don't have no legends and this, that, and the third.
And P was there.
And P was there. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it was a whole different mission,
Yeah.
whole different type of situation. When you talking about the Super Bowl, bro, like you said, in the sports world,
Right.
there isn't a bigger event.
Nah.
And so because of that, when you look at it, there's more of a situation where I think people looking at it like, you know what I mean, paying homage to the fact that it's in a particular town or place
Right.
where, there's a legend that resides there that people still gravitate towards.
Right.
But you can't deny exactly what you said about K-Dot,
Nah.
that he's so hot right now
Yeah.
that, from the perspective of businesses, he's the guy.
Well, you know what also what it is too is, man, Jay is still behind it very well, and he's always been a calculated businessman. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Right.
So
Mhm.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
New Orleans had been already picked as the place for the Super Bowl a few years ago.
Right.
They picked these things year round. I seen this 4 years ago that it was here.
Right.
And I told you the other day, 2 years ago when I was in New Orleans, they were still building the Caesars Dome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, this ain't a shock, but who the artist was, just like the one year, was it for the Super Bowl one year? But when Meek first got out, they had Meek going, doing Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when Compton, when they had it in L.A., Jay calls Dre, man, it's your show.
Right.
You do it how you gonna do it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get where people going with it and the
Yeah.
significance of
Yeah.
it. But I think if we still had the same Wheezy, like all summer mixtape Wheezy,
Yeah.
regular Wheezy, he
Yeah.
would have been the guy hands
Yeah,
down. But
of
he be
course.
chilling. He doing what he want to do.
Not only that, but like I said, man, it's business. I tell people all the time,
Yeah.
your emotions ain't gonna supersede business.
Nah.
It's not, I don't care what you I like you, you're gonna like him.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be the one.
Never play with matches.
Right,
That's like
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy. But you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's funny how we talked about I'm trying to remember if it was me and you that was having this conversation. Something about LL.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I think that it comes a certain point in time
Yeah.
that I believe that you should step away from these things.
Yeah, because what happened is LL dropped a new album.
Right.
And, LL been in the game for 40 years, y'all. He signed
Right.
his deal with Def Jam in 84. It's 2024.
Right.
I like the album.
Right.
Shit is dope.
Yeah.
But what you were saying
Mhm.
was it comes a time where you feel like people should just say, okay, that's it. And I was saying, well, when people look at it as an art,
Yeah.
they're going to keep going anyway. And a person like L, who is highly confident of who he is,
Right.
he's you can't see him just stopping doing
Yeah.
that anyway. On top of that, the game leaves it open for these vets, man. You know what I mean? This is why when we see a Tiny Desk or Off the Porch
Yeah.
in a concert with
Yeah.
the
That's what
Lox.
we watching. We
Right.
watching Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
We know who ain't watching Tiny
Right,
Desk.
yeah. But
know what I mean?
when you seen them, but I'm just saying, but it's still successful
Oh yeah.
in its things.
Oh yeah.
So people like, oh, I'm gonna go get this an easy hustle. It's business for them.
Oh well, it's a lane.
You know what I mean?
So we covered that.
Right.
And what I was saying I used it for a different, obviously an example, and it may be a little far fetched in relation to that. But when I was saying like, there's certain people that I used to talk to, worked with, older guys, was like, yo, I stopped going in the bars when my kids can go in.
Oh yeah.
And so it's certain things, right?
But I get what you're saying, but
Right, but it's a little far fetched, a little off from that situation. But the reason why I was saying it was not so much because of their lack of greatness
yeah.
and their lack of ability to contribute. I was more or less coming from a place where, like, when you listen to certain things, and I'm gonna use this loosely when I say it, y'all, you can hear the onk on the song. Like there's certain things that you can hear and you go, that's dope. That's their uncle. Like, like Snoop at the like certain people you can hear the onk.
But
You know
that's
what I
the
mean?
thing. This album is him,
Mhm.
and I told you it's produced completely by Q-Tip, so you're not hearing that.
Mhm.
It's not like it's him and Little Baby, and it's him and Little Dirk, and
Mhm.
and it's him and Boss Man D-Lo. No, it's him. It's just him rhyming, and it's so because we know we live in a world of content.
Mm-hmm.
That's his form of content that he's proud of, we gonna put this out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it in music. I get it.
I mean, yeah, I ain't mad at it. Like,
Yep, I get it.
you know, but you got like we used to laugh and say certain things like, you know, you see a person that come out and maybe it's just me, bro. Maybe I just look at certain things where you get at a certain point in your life where it's like, even if you dope or if you love it, you kind of got to do it a little bit differently. Like, you know how many things I love and that's dope, but I do it differently now.
Yeah.
And I do it differently now because, like, I'm seasoned now. And so just because I can don't mean I always do.
Right.
Right? And so when you look at certain things, like for the person who walks away from the game, let's just use the NFL for perspective. Some people leave certain things to desire.
Jordan on the Wizards, man.
Right. So that was different. I was going to go Barry Sanders when he left Detroit.
Yeah.
There were certain things like, wow, why would Barry leave? He was young and he wasn't old, and there were certain things that you didn't understand until you seen the documentary and he explained, like, I was tired of losing.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it. And then Megatron basically said the same thing. He played for like 10 years. He was like, I was tired of losing. I only played the 10th year because I told my dad I really wanted to be done 9.
Yeah.
And he was like, son, don't give up on it. And I went one more year.
Yeah.
I think that there's certain things that you come to and you go, it's time.
But he ain't losing.
He's not losing.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. That's why I was saying what I was saying, because there's certain things, and it's like, you know, like, bro, right now, not to be funny, but if I started rapping right now, just started rapping right now.
Yeah, if you started. Yeah, that's
Right.
crazy.
Or not even started. I mean, like, if I once again started rapping, because I used to rap before.
Right.
If I start rapping right now, I'm going to sound different. I'm going to sound different.
Right.
And there may be some people that appreciate that level of difference, but then there's also going to be some, because nobody is loved by everybody, but there's also going to be some, yeah, I can hear it.
I
You know
think
what
what it is with them, bro, and I think what it is, man, the business is so different. You know, people like LL not going on no tour or nothing. So when they make this music, it's nothing but a form of intellectual art. It's just like them writing a book. It's just like them doing an audio book. I think if it was so much, it don't cost that much to put out an album no more.
Yeah.
I think I don't think no record label wants to turn around and put millions of dollars behind LL to do this. This is why you will have a LL and a Q-Tip do a whole album together and say, listen, bro, let's just split the publishing down the middle. We going to put it out ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the only reason. It's not, if he was still out here trying to be,
I'm bad.
Yeah.
Taking his shirt off.
Yeah, and going all
You know
that,
what I mean?
he still gonna take his shirt off.
No, but I'm saying from that.
But a lot of
video,
cats
I'm saying that
nowadays,
whole thing.
bro, they drop albums and don't even make videos.
Right, like it's like for instance,
That's
when you
why he
see
did
when you
it.
see Melly Mel,
Right.
Melly Mel D'd up.
Yeah.
You don't see Melly Mel and go as D's as you is like Mel. You somebody probably somebody's grandfather, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a certain point where there's certain ways that you supposed to move because you kind of.
But some people say when they in that same zone every time when they
Which is fine, but what I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, you can do what you want to do.
right. Oh, they gonna do that anyway. We know.
But
that,
you get to a certain point where you do just because you can do, don't mean that you're doing it.
You're saying just because you can do don't mean you should do, but they don't.
Yeah.
They don't think
they
like
don't,
that.
and that's
Yeah,
fine.
they don't think
that's
like
why I
that.
said. That's
all
why I
it
said.
is.
So it's like it's cool. You know what I mean? If that's
Right.
what they're into. But that was our conversation.
Right.
About the situation since we were talking about classes in session like we're talking about now. Do I think that these artists still have something to offer to those who are willing to listen?
Yeah.
Do I think that there's an audience for them? Yeah, because we were their fans before. Of course, we're their fans now. Do I think that, they will be looked at the same way? No, but they're not supposed to be.
No, they're not.
They're not supposed to be because it was a whole different situation that they
I
was
don't
building
care.
on.
I don't care who drop it. Listen, Jay-Z can drop an album right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think history repeats itself. And what I mean by history repeats itself is this. What gave a lot of people the confidence to say, I'm about to come out with another album, is when Nas won his first Grammy on King's Disease. Right?
Yeah.
It's when he was at the top of the game, he wasn't even not, but he wins it on King's Disease, and some people felt like he should have won it on KD3, but Nas wasn't doing it for a Grammy. He said it in an interview. I met a producer whose vibe I fell in love with, and it just gave me the energy to want to create.
Yeah.
And we ran. That's why it's so many albums. He dropped 4 albums in 3 years, like 4 or 5. Him and Hit Boy got 5 albums together fast because I got beats. It'd be an honor if you rhymed over them. Man, I like these beats, and it show, and that's what it is. So I think what happened with L, him and Q-Tip did the same thing.
Probably.
That's all it really. Queens. That's Queens.
I don't know about, yeah.
No, they both from Queens. That's what I'm just saying. That's just a Queens thing.
I didn't know.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's. I think this is how it is, bro. But you got any questions for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. You know what I mean?
Let's go ahead, man. Welcome to another
This or That.
episode of This or That. P did the remix. He dropped it in while I was giving the announcement.
Yeah.
So as y'all know, we're going to let it go. Stay away from the blow. Let's go.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That whole intro is true.
Factory.
Take it. Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Would you? All right, so we're doing this or that. This or that question number 1. You had to do one of these two things. Would you rather misquote a movie or mistaken lyrics?
Mistaken lyrics. I do it all the time.
Okay.
I ain't quoting too many movies, you know.
Okay. All right, cool.
Because again, I'm not saying everything in the music is real,
Right.
but I think music is more based on reality than movies are.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
So, phone in the bathroom or no phone in the bathroom?
Maybe with me in the bathroom. So you got to get the wipes and wipe it down too. You should wipe your phone down anyway.
Yeah. And I agree. I agree. All right. Winning the lottery or finding your soulmate?
Finding my soulmate. But I found my soulmate twice.
Okay.
And I'm one is mom and the other one's now, my wife. So,
I like that.
yeah, one is mom. Mom's number. She was my soulmate. She's gonna always be that to me because I think what people get mixed up in with soulmate is that mean you have to be, and it still is that intimate with them. But I mean like they got to be your lady or your guy. Like y'all got to be sexual. No. I was very intimate with my mom. I hugged her. She talked to me. She taught me how to, you know what I mean, a lot of stuff. So mom was my soulmate. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think how you introduce to certain things is how you like figure it goes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like you said, man.
Everybody thinks a soulmate is supposed to be somebody who's in a relationship with or whatever.
Well, I mean, not everybody. Clearly,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah.
But
I like that.
But I mean, the reality of it is that a lot of people just don't look beyond different levels of it, right? In different situations. So what you did was just gave them a more a different perspective that it doesn't have to necessarily have any kind of physical to that degree level of intimacy. You know what I mean? It can be a different situation.
I say that, and I'm gonna make this clear.
Go ahead.
Mom always made me feel good more than I was upset. And even if she said something that may have upset me,
Right.
I wasn't upset. I knew I needed to hear it. That's why I put that there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't take anything away from Dops at all because I tell everybody I'm a parents person. You know, oh, you're a mama's boy. No, I'm a parent because you got some people. You got to shout out to Will Wright. Will Wright said he used to talk about his dad so much, man. I ain't even knew if he knew his mom. So it ain't. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
You get because I was like,
crazy.
nah, we going this way, man. Nah, man. My dad taught me how to drive. They always say that. My dad told me to do this. That they be laughing. It'd be funny as hell, but. Because I just took in what they showed me, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
All you're doing is acknowledging where you got the wisdom from.
Right. Yep. So
All right. Would you rather have ambition or be comfortable?
you know what? At this point in my life, comfortability is everything.
Mhm.
Because I've had ambition. Certain things that I do in my life, it takes ambition. Running your own business, bruh, you got to want to do it.
Mhm.
See, when you get a job, you're gonna either you're gonna regardless, and people say live by your means, and what they mean by that is right. And I'm just making this clear that you know, act your wage, not your age, act your wage. So what you make, that's how you're supposed to be surviving, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna live by our means anyway because we don't care if we in debt. We don't care. We only gonna take what the job gives us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So when you want more and have your own business, you got to kind of be ambitious anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is of being that ambitious is because you really want to live comfortable. So at this age, comfortable.
Yeah. So my thing with
I'm always have ambition. It's never gonna go nowhere.
So my thing with ambition is it's one of those things where you have to understand, like anything, power has to have or has a direction, right? So when you're being ambitious in life, generally speaking, you're going after things or a specific thing,
A goal.
right? And so whatever it is, like whatever that situation is that you're going after, I think that you should want to acquire not only what it takes to get it, but what it takes to keep it. Comfort sometimes, and as we know, we've stated a bunch of times before, sometimes comfort can prohibit growth.
Oh yeah, if you get lazy, yeah.
So the reason why I like the fact that they put these two words together in this conversation, in this particular question, is because ambition generally is something, or comfort is something that you generally don't see a person who's being ambitious really be too concerned with.
Right.
Because they're willing to put forth the effort that others don't. So when they see another person comfortable, they look at it as more as a time to strike and to do things to be able to gain
Well, that's
ground.
the thing. When it comes to a person like me, and you're absolutely right, they will. My ambition leads for me to be comfortable.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
so that's the point. That's why I said power
Yeah.
comes with it, and you have to have a directive and where it's
Right.
going. So you're ambitious because you're looking to get to a comfortable place.
Cause I never stop in life. It's always a time you could do more,
Yeah.
but I've never stopped being ambitious.
Yeah.
And I don't see me ever stopping.
And I tell people all the time because, like, here's the thing, right? When ambition comes, you need to have a level of wisdom, right? And I think everything you do, you need to have a level of wisdom. And the reason why I bring this up is because I look at today's generation, and I'm not talking negatively about them, but people will look up at some of the things that they do, and they say that person has a lot of ambition, and they say that person is really, really, willing to jump out there and take a leap of faith, right? Because ambition sometimes, especially in the younger age, I'm talking about some, your 20s and your, maybe early 30s and stuff like that. They're looking at it from the perspective of they're ready to jump on and take on the world. And I tell anybody, even when you get ready to take a leap of faith, you got to have a foundation to jump off of. You can't take a leap of faith without jumping from something. So this is why you have to understand when it comes to ambition and all these different things, you have to have a level of wisdom. And you have to have a certain directive that you want these things to go into. Because ain't nothing like being ambitious and not having any direction. You want to do everything, but you can't pick one thing to start at so you can at least be knocking one thing out. Comfort sometimes allows you to get so complacent with where you are that even if these things are accessible to you, where you can do other things, you won't stretch and reach for them. So I think that the words are great that they put against them because I'm like you. I'm more built on a situation of ambition than comfort because like you, ultimately I wind up getting there. But comfort is not something that I necessarily am seeking and moving towards the same way that I would be if I was being ambitious about something.
Right.
So that's just the way that I look at that. Because I don't need to build up the strength and the energy to become comfortable. But when you're ambitious, you got to build up the strength, the energy. You got to be consistent. You got to be focused. What do you have to do with any of those things to be comfortable?
No, that's what I'm saying.
And so that's why I say.
What I'm saying, but basically what I said, that's why I said in this point of my life, I like to be comfortable because I've been ambitious this
Right.
whole time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you just want to see that I'm not, and me sitting down. Let's say I was comfortable for a month. I'm like, that's not enough for me, and I'm gonna probably get right back up because some people are just like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've never been just go to work, come home guy.
Right.
Never.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I've lost relationships because of my ambition. And at the end of the day, it was like, well, I'm sorry, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So my point is, which I know exactly what you mean. I hear it clearly.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, bro, I think that when you've been that way the entire time, and you've always kind of moved that way, it's just a normal occurrence for you.
Right.
Reality shows or documentaries.
Documentaries.
Yeah, I think the older we get, I can definitely benefit more from that.
I just don't feel like reality shows are reality anymore.
No?
Certain ones, but to call something real,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the BMF series, right? Mm-hmm. And it says this is based on some true events. Some based on some true events, but hell, some of this shit could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know that the whole BMF story is real,
Mm-hmm.
but the way that they acted out, did it really happen that way?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the girl they were saying the girl that played Kato, she's still alive in real life, shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, for theatrical reasons, it looks better
right
in the show.
And we get it. So, but documentaries really try to explain. So when I see a lot of these reality shows, they're not really reality. You know what I mean?
Not even close for me, documentaries.
Yeah,
it's not even close. I mean, matter of fact, when I put them on, I'm not even anticipating the same thing.
Mm-mm.
I'm not, you know what I mean? My mindset, my entertainment expectation is already in two different areas. Trust me, it's not even close. See if we can come up with at least one more, man. Okay. Bargain or top shelf
Drinking
in life?
depends what it is.
Okay.
Because some stuff that's a bargain, you buy. I don't want bargain speakers.
Okay.
I don't want bargain DJ equipment. Because I'm gonna be back next year.
Guess my question is who deems what which?
Well, I'm going off quality.
Right.
So what I'm talking to you about right now,
Okay.
I've bought cheaper equipment and then it doesn't last.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, I could use.
But they didn't say cheaper.
Yeah.
Say bargain or top shelf. That's why I said look at the words, right?
Okay. So in my opinion, my definition of bargain
There you go.
is going to be something that's at a lower quality. That's my opinion.
That's why I said what I said.
Right.
Who deems
Top.
what?
Depends what it is.
Because
let's just look at what the world looks at it as.
okay, do this while you're looking that up.
Right.
A person who has one lifestyle in the sense of, financially they're built a certain type of way. What they find a bargain, a person who does have money but doesn't have it at the same level might look at that as top shelf.
Right.
So what I'm saying with that is the terminology is really based on the actual consumer or the person.
Right. So I ain't gonna answer the question then. So unless I answer it from my point of view.
You can give it to your perspective. I'm going to give mine, so you might as well give yours.
Because the definition of bargain
Okay.
says an agreement between two, it's two definitions. An agreement between two or more parties as to what each party will do for the other.
That's bargaining.
Right? That's bargaining, right?
Right.
But that's how it has it here. And then definition 2, it says a thing bought or offered for sale more cheaply than is usual or expected. Right?
Right.
Okay. So because we're looking at something, right?
It didn't say it was cheap.
Nah.
It said bargain or offered more cheaply. Right.
So if it's something that I know have at a high quality and they're offering it to me for a bargain, who's the dummy that's going to say, nah, I'm not taking that? I'm going to take it.
Okay.
But if we're looking at quality, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I'm using DJ equipment. These speakers right here, man, this is a bargain right here. They not as good as this. I don't want that then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay the money for that. That's just me.
So that's
what I'm saying.
So all right. So remember I just did brands and labels?
Right.
Okay. So let me do this. Right? I heard you out and I heard what you said.
So top shelf, this is why I said it the way it is. Top shelf definition of a very high standard or quality.
Okay.
So that's why I said it. We're talking quality. then I'm gonna go top shelf. But if we just talking about, if it's no difference in the quality, and we're just talking about price or what a person deems it as, I can go bargain all day. That white T-shirt, that Hanes white T-shirt, ain't no different than this Gucci white T-shirt to me. That's what I'm saying. That's why I use DJ equipment for an example.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can use whatever. Like, bro, I use camera stuff. If I buy the same thing, if I bought something that was DJI, but I'm buying it at a cheaper cost because they came out with a new generation.
Yeah.
It's still quality. The quality is still great.
Right.
It's a bargain because they came out with a newer generation of something different.
Right.
Once again, this is why I went and made the video brands and labels. We deem what to be what, right? The importance of it. And what I'm saying is this. You may turn around, and anybody, but whatever your pockets can afford, right? Whatever your pockets can afford is what's going to be considered to be a situation of a bargain, right? Or top shelf. Mm-hmm. This is why when I asked you what I said in terms of, when I first said the terms, you said liquor. You weren't even talking DJ equipment. What I'm saying in this situation is it's these words, and they do a specific magical thing with them.
Yeah, I got you.
And we go, and not just saying you, but we go along and say, well, this has to be top shelf, or this has, because they saying top shelf, because that's what society has deemed it to be.
When I asked you liquor, it's because bargain is fine with me.
Right. But I mean,
because that's where it's usually, that's where that term, not bargain, but that's where usually the terminology top shelf is used at.
Right. Okay. So what I'm saying is, but see, all right. I see what's going on. That's and it works, and it's fantastic how they do it. But it's messed up at the same time because you can use the words and you can move it away a certain type of way.
It's marketing.
Right. And so when you do it, when you turn around, for instance, my top shelf sneaker might not be your top shelf sneaker, but they'll both sell at top shelf price.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Or
part.
a bargain, or whatever the case may be like that. So when you look at it, this is why when they make certain things for consumers, we understand the whole concept of good, better, best.
Right.
They do certain things. It's always going to be 3 tiers, never 2, because it's so obvious.
Right.
They make 3 because in the middle, where they think most people will fall, well, I'm not the lowest, and I'm not at the highest and most expensive, but I'm right there in the middle. You have certain people that become more fixated, not just because of the difference in maybe quality, like you're talking about, but there is an expectation because there is a certain thing that is according to price or any of those things.
Right.
It's the more expensive one, so it has to be the better quality one. It's inaccurate.
But that's why I use DJ equipment, because like that is not. In
Right.
that world, is it?
Right.
It's really, for example, I'm not going to go into brands, but certain brand that I used to use back in the day was it. It just sound good. It sound better. As they continue to grow in life, it sounds terrible to me. Then I went over to another brand.
Right.
That brand sounds good, sounds great, gives me what I need. You see them everywhere. So they have made that into a top shelf, I guess, label when it comes to that, not because of the price, no, because of the quality that we were getting of it.
That's fine.
That's why I said that. That's
Right.
why I use DJ equipment. But when it comes to clothing, I already told you that. Just like you said, I agree with you there. The clothes don't make me. The man makes the clothes. The clothes don't make the man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And the same thing with alcohol. If people sipping, people gonna buy what they want. But people, just because you got this big bottle of Moet and you over here drinking Andre, if you drink enough of both of that stupid shit, it's gonna make you drunk.
Yeah, and it goes across the board. Like
Yeah.
I say all the time, though, you can find a woman right now. No shade against women.
Right.
You can look at a certain woman, they can say, man, that's a top shelf woman. To who?
Yeah.
To who? Because we talked about quality, right? Because you can go find a woman that got it going on with her pockets right. She's looking good, body shape dope, and you'll call her top shelf. Not you per se, but people will. She's top shelf. But she ain't worth nothing behind the scenes. And see, the quality look like it's there because we made the quality look a certain type of way.
I know exactly what you're saying. That's
so
that's
why I
asked,
say that.
That's why I asked the question.
So
what we
can,
were
but that's
about.
why I said across the board.
Right.
Across
the board, in that case, it depends. Across the board, I can't answer the question because I'm not going to buy something just because somebody labeled it top shelf and I like what's on bargain better. And I'm not going to buy something on bargain because it's cheaper and I like something that's top shelf better. So I can't answer that.
That is your
question.
answer.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm saying.
That's
That's why I asked what we was talking about. Yeah.
I don't make it one thing.
Right.
It can be anything. That's
Right.
how life is. We make it one. I keep telling everybody we're multidimensional, not one. So when we start attaching certain things to one specific thing, that's not even how life works.
So you was the guy that fuck with Top Shelf or Quality Powder?
I didn't
Which
mess
one-
with powder
which
at
one-
all
no.
because my life is Top Shelf.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So
one
you
of
was
those
the Top
type
Shelf
of things.
guy. Okay, I got it. I got you. All right. All right.
Hey man, you can go ahead and take us on out of there.
Yeah, that's
man,
what we-
bro.
that's what we
I
going
like that
with.
one. See,
That's
what
what
I'm
we
talking
going
about.
with right
That
there.
was the question. That was the one.
That was another episode of Would You Rather. We appreciate you for tuning into this Top Shelf podcast. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where we give you some bargaining tips and tools. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man, to episode 181, which is Classes in Session.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can find us on all your favorite podcast and streaming sites, which means iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Red Circle, Google Podcasts, anywhere you want to hear. And then tell them where you can see us at, P.
Each and every week you can catch us right here on my brother's page on Facebook at around 8:30. That's the target time. If anything changes, we'll give you advance notice. I didn't do a very good job of that the last 2 weeks, but nonetheless, that's when you can catch us. And you can catch the replay of this live tomorrow. That's Tuesday, 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast on YouTube. If you have not done so already, please subscribe. Please share the content. Please leave comments because we comment back. We appreciate you guys taking time to be with us. This has been episode number 181, Classes in Session. And we will see you next week. All right, family, y'all be good. Peace.
Who on the porch?
Let's go.